So hi there, welcome to another episode of Fact Fiend Focus. I'm presuming by now you've all watched the previous ones put out, so let's get right into it. Today we're talking about which actor has the strongest fictional, power set. Before we continue as well, yes, today is a drinking video. Hey!
So before we get into this, explain the criteria for each submission.
Okay, well, there's an old question out there on the internet that says, if every actor had an army composed of the characters they played in film fought against one another, who would win? And I thought of a variation of that, which is, if every actor had the skills of the characters they've played in film all fought, who would win? And I would like to, for the sake of fairness, immediately disqualify every, character who's got, godlike power. So my example for that is Morgan Freeman. So Morgan Freeman played God in, Bruce Almighty. So ignore the fact he played God and just, think about how he'd fare if he had the powers of, the more grounded characters he played in film. So, to start with, obviously he's got Red from, The Shawshank Redemption. So he can get anything, but he's also played Lucius Fox from Batman, who can build anything, combined with the guy from Wanted, who commands the army of assassins. And now think about a guy in command of an army of assassins who can also build anything he wants. He builds all Batman's cool shit, an army of tumblers. He's got Red, who can source all the cool shit. It's that's a strong fucking character, isn't it? You've got a guy with an army of assassins who can curve bullets and see in slow motion, driving tumblers who can also have tiny little rock hammers to get through any wall. Oh, okay. In that vein, Brad, think of another actor or actress who would have a good chance of winning the actor wars.
We need somebody who can get rid of a team of assassins.
Yes.
So obviously, first person to put forward there is John Wick.
Yes.
So Keanu Reeves steps up to the plate.
Yeah, played by Keanu Reeves. He's got the powers of John Wick combined with the One.
Neo, yeah.
Neo, the One. So imagine the team of Morgan Freeman's assassins all shoot with their curved bullets at Keanu Reeves. What's he gonna do? He's going to stop the bullets and flick them back, but then use John Wick's fighting prowess to shoot them all to death. But remember though, Brad, that the One technically knows all martial arts on Earth because they were all implanted into his head as part of his Matrix programming. So imagine how terrifying John Wick would be if he knows literally every martial art while simultaneously having access to that endless hallway of every gun in the world.
He'd also have a killer soundtrack.
Yeah, because obviously he's got the powers of air guitar from Theodore fucking Logan from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So imagine that, he would be providing his own soundtrack because after every kill he'd be going
excellent.
As well, even if his opponent's on water, he can surf out there because he was in Point Break.
He was.
It's him surfing John Wick. He's surfing through the hallway of guns, picking up various guns, shooting people, while air guitar plays in the heavens. Well, that's Keanu Reeves out of the way. What other actors do you think could stand a chance in this war of actors with the skills of the characters they've played?
Let's get Daniel Radcliffe in.
Yeah, because he's got the Elder One, the invisibility cloak. He's not as powerful as perhaps the One, but he's invisible. He can hide himself from all mortal eyes.
And should he get pissed off, he can take on demon form from Horns.
Not to mention, he was in that film Swiss Army Man, where he plays the weird corpse who can fart water and fly. So he's fucking in there. So he could just assume corpse form and just fly through the water. So the thing is though, he'd better if he teams up with somebody because he's invisible, but can also be used as a weapon. So I think what you need for that is you need someone who's very strong, but doesn't have a very big power set, so you get the Rock in. She's played Hercules, superhumanly strong but not very smart. She's played Hercules, and that guy who flexes so hard the cast blows off his arm. And then a Scorpion King. So you've got the Rock, who's got Hercules' power with a Scorpion King's legs, running around with backup from Dominic Toretto, while Daniel Radcliffe's surrounded by invisible while shooting the Elder Wand out. That's a team right there. That's a team.
That's such a weird team up.
But you know what? I think The Rock and Daniel Radcliffe would team up. I don't know why, but I think they would.
Imagine if you went to kill Daniel Radcliffe thinking he had some certain powers.
Yeah.
But actually he had different powers. The powers of the One Ring. Because you get Elijah Wood in.
Because Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe look exactly the same. And if you don't know what we're talking about, here are a picture of Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood that shows how similar they look. Oh my god, that's good. They could be a double agent because you think, oh yeah, well, that's Daniel Radcliffe. He's got the powers of like Harry Potter. That dickhead from fucking Horns. Like, no, you got to see him. He's got the one ring, turns invisible. Oh, it's the invisibility cloak coming in, but no. This is Elijah Wood, and he's got fucking mithril armour on. You try to stab him, no. And then Daniel Radcliffe comes in with the sword of Godric Gryffindor and cuts your fucking shit in.
And then also, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, because Tobey Maguire also looks like these two.
Even though they don't.
No, the thing is, a fun fact, Tobey Maguire has been mistaken for both Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe, and they all sign each other's autographs. They've got an agreement. So you have Spider-Man coming in, and then he'll be riding Seabiscuit. He's in Seabiscuit. You got Spider-Man using his powers to hold Seabiscuit, which is throwing horses at people.
He can survive in environments of loud noise and stuff because he's been to a lot of parties at the Gatsby's house.
Was he in Great Gatsby?
Yeah, he was the guy Gatsby.
So he's immune to sounds and shit like that.
But Karl, we're getting a lot of people teaming up now.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do is get a team up of the strong, confident women.
From film? Okay, well, obviously the first one, you got to get Connie Weaver in. Because I think you get Connie Weaver, which she's played all the versions of Ellen Ripley. So she's manning, the power armour from Aliens, the second Alien movie. But she's also got the superhuman strength of the Ellen Ripley in Alien Resurrection that has, acidic blood. But combined with her character from Holes, who wears the nail polish with snake venom in it, so she can backhand you and poison you while simultaneously using her acidic blood to burn your face off.
She's also hooked up to one of the Na'vi.
Yeah, so she's actually in control of a body that isn't hers.
Yeah. Combined
with the fact she can now control, the entire alien horde. Because it's established that she has, some modicum of control over aliens. So she has the xenomorphs on her side, and she's also got to team up with Sarah Connor. And I don't give a fuck who else Linda Hamilton has played. She's Sarah Connor. And do you know what? She's just there with that coffin full of weapons that she hides in the desert for John Connor to find. And she's there with that fucking minigun that the Terminator uses, stood on the back of a fucking alien runner, just mowing everybody down. And you've got Sigourney Weaver in the power suit like that, just backhanding people with poison backslaps. The thing is that we mentioned the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah, actually.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger will have the powers of the Terminator combined with the fighting prowess of Conan, combined with the mobility of Turbo Man.
God, I mean, technically he wasn't actually Turbo Man.
But he did wear the jetpack in that one movie. Not to mention he's got, the crying, fighting, smarts, like Officer Kimball.
You know who could put up a fight against him, though?
Who's that?
Somebody who's a pro boxer and also is survived out in the war zone.
And who's that?
Rocky.
Oh, man,
well, Stallone.
That will be the thing is that I think Stallone and Schwarzenegger go for each other immediately because obviously they had the biggest showdown at the box office in the 80s. And you'd have Rambo with you'd have the long range fighting prowess of Rambo combined with the up close punching ability of Rocky, combined with, if you ever captured him as a prisoner, those prison escape films that he's in.
The thing is though, I know how to stop Stallone.
How?
You just have to show him the 3 seashells.
Oh, fuck yeah, because he's got that, and he's got the future powers of John Spartan. But the thing is though, imagine then Wesley Snipes comes in, he's got the vampire powers of Blade combined with, in Demolition Man, when he plays the guy who, the future criminal, they implant all those special skills. Basically they use Matrix technology to teach you how to become the ultimate criminal. So you got the ultimate criminal with Blade powers combined with just Wesley Snipes' ability to avoid tax.
So you said we're not allowed godly beings.
Yes.
But what about Cate Blanchett as Hela?
Yeah, because she's not technically God. She's just a god of a specific metaphysical concept. So I think that counts. And that's what isn't it Gadriel from, or how do you pronounce that?
Galadriel.
Galadriel from Lord of the Rings. She's got those two things combined. She can do hella 6 spin kicks while firing out weapons from every direction at once.
Well, if we're doing that, Ian McKellen, Gandalf and Magneto.
Yeah, but do you know who stands up to someone with Gandalf and Magneto's powers? Patrick Stewart. The diplomacy of Jean-Luc Picard combined with the diplomacy of Professor X with his his almost unlimited psionic ability to dominate the minds of other people. That is the ultimate negotiator right there. It's Jean-Luc Picard's ability to persuade combined with Professor X's ability to you know what? Fuck you, I command your mind to obey me. Everyone would be on his side.
I genuinely thought you were going to say the mind powers of Professor X with the legs.
The legs.
Jean-Luc Picard.
No. The thing we've not discussed though, Brad, is how this war between actors with like, their powers starts. And I think it starts with a martyr. And that martyr is Sean Bean, who dies in the way that every character that ever played dies at once combined.
Oh.
So like, he gets knocked off a cliff by cows while Sam's being shot by Urukai.
Whilst having his head cut off and his body ripped apart.
Yeah, and then he lands on like the big, what is it now, the satellite from James Bond that he lands on. What we're discussing here is people like very nebulously defined powers. And I don't like that, so let's just ground it a bit more and think of an actor who has like powers that are more like physical in nature. It's like basically a human character, but they've got the combined skills of many humans.
Well,
so I'm going to say, for a start, Jetley. Because he gets to play the guy from The One, who is already like 400 people combined, like the martial arts and life experience and strength of 400 people, plus all those other martial arts characters he's played. And I think he's the strongest martial artist character in the world.
The number of films he's been in, the number of different fighting styles he's shown. Jackie Chan?
The thing is, though, if you get Jackie Chan in, he can wear the tuxedo.
He can. He's got all the fighting styles with the tuxedo.
But he also gets to wear the clogs from Who Am I? Can you imagine a greater threat than Jackie Chan with every fighting style he's ever demonstrated in all of his movies, combined with his ability to survive being hit from every movie, combined with the tuxedo, combined with those clogs that he uses in Who Am I? The thing is though, if we're talking about martial artists, we have to bring in Chuck Norris. And would Chuck Norris have the powers that the internet memes about him say he has? Because they're not technically like, God powers, they're Chuck Norris powers, because Chuck Norris powers, go beyond what it is to be a god. Would that be fair to let Chuck Norris enter the battlefield in that situation? Anyone
with that level of exterior god tierness, like Ryan Reynolds, would ruin the fight as well.
Why?
Because he comes in as Deadpool. Like, he knows that we're orchestrating the fight.
Yeah, he's got medium awareness.
Yeah. So he knows that two dickheads on the internet are orchestrating the fight.
Not to mention he's also got the powers of that guy from Blade.
Oh yeah. And he's got Green Lantern.
Ryan Reynolds might be able to do it. He's got Green Lantern. He's got the guy from Blade.
He's got crappy origins, Deadpool.
Yeah, he's got medium awareness.
And he's got the seductive power of the guy in The Proposal.
Fuck yeah! Like the thing is,
he's got Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and Sandra Bullock, who we already know, is from Demolition Man. She'd be able to get Stallone, and Stallone's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Just think about the number of murder, death, kills we can get off.
Yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy, he'd be able to get in Chris Pratt, who's also got all the dinosaurs on his side. The dinosaurs are joining.
This conversation will not end.
It will not. So you know what you're going to do? Brad, of all the people we've discussed so far, who do we think wins? Discounting people who've played gods, who do you think?
I'm going for Patrick Stewart. Because I think the mind powers of Xavier, but not wanting to inflict harm.
Yes.
And having the ability to negotiate. I think he could bring everyone together in a mutual understanding and peace.
Maybe.
And they could all mourn Sean Bean together.
Yeah. But in that vein, I'm going to say Ian McKellen. I think Gandalf with Magneto powers is fucking unbeatable. Because he's got Magneto flying around with Gandalf's staff.
What about Hugh Jackman?
Because he's Wolverine.
Yeah, but he's also got the beautiful singing abilities of Barnum in The Greatest Showman.
No, he's Wolverine and Wolverine and Wolverine. He's six times Wolverine. He's best Wolverine. Because bear in mind, there's all these different, he's played him in different movies that are in technically different timelines. So he's theoretically triple Wolverine, which is the greatest Wolverine. We can talk about this all day, but folks watching at home, let us know who you think would win this stupid war we made up in our heads and talked about for a laugh while drunk.
As always, take to the comments section. We'll look through the top voted ones, and if there's any good, we'll do another one.
Yes, but have a great day.